You didn't come out of dental school with these skill sets to do full arch implant surgeries, to do full arch restorations. Walk us through what you would recommend to others or your journey in learning the clinical skills that it took to get here.
Sure. I felt really fortunate coming out of Iowa that I had a really strong surgical background. I thought the oral surgery department there was absolutely fantastic. So as far as I'd say basic surgical skills, as far as exodontia, laying flaps, suturing, things along those lines, I felt like I had a fairly solid base. At the time going through dental school, I thought implants looked unbelievably boring. I mean, I'd watch the perio residents spend like hours drilling this hole, and I was like, what is going on here? And then I'd watch the oral surgery residents, and they'd just kind of fly through it because they were getting on to their next case. And it's just like, I mean, I don't know, other than I think we restored, at least my requirements, it was restore 2 single units and then an overdenture. And
Well, we didn't even know what
using
implants were in dental school, quite frankly.
Yeah, I don't know. It was also this mystique where it's just like, hey, this isn't really for you. So like, don't even bother like really looking into it. And I was like, okay, I have more fun just taking out teeth. So after that, I mean, implants didn't really come on my radar until I was out in Colorado and I was restoring a ton of Astra cases because that was one of the main groups that we worked with. They worked with a periodontal office. And so I just became more and more kind of fluent in the language of implants and implantology a little bit, as that kind of opened up to me. And then spending time with some of my mentors, I did the surgical session of Implant Pathway.
Mm-hmm.
I took the Las Vegas Maxi course with John Minichetti and Shankar Iyer. I've done a lot of just my own just kind of study, as far as I've got my own little library of books that I love. And then I've tried to make it a point to just build relationships to be able to get into other surgeons' offices. I think that's one of my most favorite things to do is go around the country and spend a day with someone that I look up to or I think is doing things the right way or have written papers on certain techniques. And I've just been really, really fortunate and blessed to have a network of people that I can kind of reach out to and just kind of see how people are doing things. I mean, I would love to come out. I know we were chatting at Pathway, and you were kind of watching some of the things that I was doing, and you were kind of picking my brain on X, Y, or Z, and you're like, yeah, I would never do it that way. I would do it this way. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I just love those conversations because it just gets you thinking about doing something a little bit differently. And there's not necessarily a right way or a wrong way, but there's lots of ways to get to the same point.